Hello and welcome back to another Ozito review. Today we're going to be reviewing the Ozito brushed impact driver. Now I brought this tool in a combo kit about 2 years ago, so it's my longest tool that I've owned. She still goes well. It's 2 years old. I bought it obviously with a drill and some batteries, so that cost me about 160 bucks. Now I believe this is still 50 bucks. The brushless one is double the price, being $100, and obviously has a bit more torque and a bit more RPM and IPM. Now here are some stats. This is the PXIDS 300. It has an impact rate of 2900 IPM and an RPM of 2300. It also has 150 Newton meters of torque and takes a 1/4 inch receptacle in their 1/4 inch bit. Now we are going to be doing the test, similar test to the drill that I did. The only thing is that this is brushed, not brushless. It's had a little bit of abuse in its day, such as the fact that this plastic part here is a bit loose and my lights don't work, so when I turn it on, the lights don't work. So if you wanted to buy one today, your lights would work, mine just don't work. How it got that damage is because I was quite new to it at the time, and I was screwing in a tech screw that had a blunt head on it, and I didn't think that it was the screw's fault, and I thought it was this fault, not having enough torque, and so I threw it off a ladder. And it went flying across the backyard and ended up with that damage. That's what we've got today. Now if you've watched my drill review, you will know a little bit about what's happening. I'm going to be doing a various amount of screwing tests just to see what this can and can't do. I sort of pretty much know what it can do, but just to show you guys. First of all, it's all the same screws from this drill test. If you haven't seen it, I will quickly list these off. So 10 gauge 35mm timber screws, so that's about 1 inch and something, 1 inch and 10/16. If it can drive those in, which I know sure as hell it can. 14 gauge 2 inch batten screws or 50mm batten screws. If it can drive those in, which I'm pretty sure it can. Well, I know. Then 100mm 14 gauge or 4 inch batten screws, and then 200mm or 8 inch batten screws. And if it can do it, we've got this 300mm, or a foot long or 12 inch landscaping screw. This is also 18 gauge. This is where the drill got this in, but the next screw it couldn't get in, which would be the M12 200mm or 8 inch coach screw. It couldn't get this in. We'll see if this tool can get it in. And if it can even get that in, well, you saw that from the corner, an M16 coach screw. Also the same length, 8 inches or 200mm. Once again, these are the bits I'm using. Phillips PH2 or Phillips 2 head, whatever, number 2. That sounds like a poo. Internal 5mm hex. And a T40 Torx bit. And for the coach screws, I'm using a 1/4 inch square drive with the sockets, the impact sockets. That is a 3/4 inch, and that is a 1 inch in a hex head, and these are both hex heads. Also, I am going to be doing it on a 4 amp hour battery. That is fully charged, as you will be able to see there. Once again, if you've been watching my previous reviews, we're just going to be screwing them into this wood here. These are 2x4s, I believe, or 50x100mm. As it is with all common cheap impact drivers, even the brushless version isn't free from this. You can't just put it in one-handedly. You have to pull this forward, pull the quick connects forward, and then lock it in, and it stays in. And there's no button like on some DeWalt's and Makitas where you can eject it from there and it'll fly out. Okay, first of all, going to be starting her off small. 10 gauge 35mm screw. That got it in, but I think the bit's a bit worn. Next, 50mm 2 inch batten screw. Yeah, that's below the wood. Next up, 100mm or 4-inch batten screw. Yeah, that got it in. Gee, I think she's already struggling a bit, to be honest. Now we have got a 8-inch or 200mm, and if the 100mm was anything to determine it by, yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about this. I'm surprised. Next up, 1 foot, 300mm, 18 gauge landscape screw. It's gonna get to that point. As far as you can go with something like that. And I know it's a dicky angle. Oh, the wonders of recording. My SD card got full. Anyway, we're back. And obviously it couldn't drive in that landscaping screw, but I am going to try with the M12 coach screw. Obviously it's an impact driver, not an impact wrench, so it shouldn't really have big fuck off sockets like that on it. Anyways, we're still going to try. It is getting a bit warm there actually. Separating. I'm hearing a ringing in my ears, that can't be good. Fucking hell. What if I try in one of these pre-drilled pilot holes that I've drilled on previous tests? I don't know, I'll just keep separating, won't it? Well, no, I don't think they're separating. Oh yeah, there's the cut-off point. She doesn't want to go any deeper than that. Oh yeah, well, she's stuck 3 together. That's a pretty good job by my standards. Well, there you have it. That is the review. This might be the shortest review on this channel so far of a tool. Mainly because this only does one thing, and that's yeah, screwing screws into timber or metal or whatever the hell. It's not really made for drilling holes. You can buy adapters, but I don't really see the point in that when I've just got a perfectly functioning drill. Battery level on this, we're down to 2 bars. The heat temperature on this is really fucking hot. In fact, it is 50 degrees hot. That's what this says. Yeah, about 50 degrees, 48.9, yeah, a few different temperatures. And look, it's Ozito, yeah, I'm a sucker for Ozito. What you gonna do about it? It does feel much hotter than 50 though. Oh, fucking hell, it's burning. What the hell? Still says 50 or 46 actually. Oh well, maybe that's running out of battery, I don't know. Anyway, that's really fucking hot. It's sort of a bit warm where the brushes are, but where the anvils have been smacking together in there for the impacting mechanism in there. Yeah, that gets really fucking hot. Lots of friction in that little silver part where it's just metal. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it's brought some attention to if you need this, or if it's a good thing, or if it's a better idea to step up to the brushless model of this. I will be doing another review. I don't have the brushless model, but I will buy it. Or maybe someone can be very nice and give me a sponsorship. How about that? Nah, this channel's too small for that. I will be buying the brushless model, doing a review on that, comparing it to this model, where this model lacks. The brushless might be a little bit better. Obviously, it's brushless. It's going to have a little bit more torque and run a little bit more cooler, and it won't have the brushes down the back like this does. Anyways, if you did like this video, please do me the huge respect of chucking it a like. We'll see you in about another week or two with the brushless version of this.